Talking Ohio State football on MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football. We got Tony Gerdeman in from the ozone.net. Tony just in from day 3 in pads in Columbus. Tony, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. Starting to look like spring in Ohio, so I like that.
Yeah, well, that's the big thing right there. Last week in March could be 28 degrees, or it could be more like 55. So that's what we live with for about a month into April here.
Yeah, 28 to 55. You wake up, it's cold. About 7:30, it's about as warm as it's going to get, and then it just cools off again.
Exactly. Well, fans hoping that Justin Fields gets hot and stays hot and shows something. And based on what you told me before we started to record, there is certainly a difference in this young man, as you expect from elite athletes. And when they're on the field, even with high caliber athletes, that there's a difference.
Yeah, definitely. And like I was telling you, when you watch him throw the ball, or when you watch the ball, he just throws a different ball than everybody else. You don't need to see who's actually throwing the ball to know when he threw it. The trajectory is, everybody else is like this, and he's, straight. He still has touch, but his arm is significantly stronger than anybody else on the Ohio State roster. And really, the quarterback battle is just a two-man race. Fields took everything we saw, or at least 95% of what we saw, and we saw the entire practice today. He was with the ones. Ryan Day was asked if we should read into anything like that, and he said no, because Matthew Baldwin has been with the ones, and he'll be with the ones again. But, we've seen an hour of 2 practices, so 2 hours there, and then a 2-hour practice today. I'd say Fields has been with the ones all of today and at least 60% of the other 2. You talk to other people who are watching, other guys in the media, and we're all like, yeah, it looks like Fields. It looks like he's out in front, but of course, Brian Day doesn't want to say that, doesn't want to put that out there, doesn't want to discourage the competition. And I think that's what they really want. They want competition out of these 2 because that'll get them both better. And right now it's so early, you don't want to give a guy a reason to leave.
Yeah, so Tony, I'm glad that you said quarterback battle, because I wasn't going to say it. I don't necessarily think there truly is one, but I'm running a series highlighting quarterback battles across the country. And certainly I want Ohio State to have a quarterback battle just for a few clicks. But kidding aside, there's a little bit of politics here, not just in regards to the fan base. I'm not even thinking in that direction, just in regards to, he's clearly the best talent. Therefore, you want him to win the job, because otherwise you're not having your best talent on the field. If there's an issue with him grasping the offense, and you truly need to go with Matthew Baldwin because he's just not handling it, Justin Fields, and I'm not saying there's a concern there. I'm saying if that's the case, plus then you've got a situation where somebody came to the university with that kind of skill set and that kind of hype, and you're putting him on the bench. So that always has to play into it, and you hope that it doesn't if you're Ryan Day.
Well, when you say that you have the more talented guy sitting, and you bring that up to Ohio State fans, they're going to immediately say Dwayne Haskins in 2017, when it was JT Barrett, who was a 5th-year senior and the most prolific quarterback in Ohio State history. So of course he's going to be the guy, but it's hard to ignore the fact that he is more talented. He may not have been ready to be the leader that JT Barrett was when he was just a redshirt freshman. And, how could he be? But there's no doubting that the talent that he had. And so if they were to, if Matthew Baldwin was to win the job, and you still have, you'd have Buckeye fans who are, once again, if Matthew Baldwin struggles or has a 4-interception game, or they, get blown out at Iowa or something of that nature, once again, you've got the best quarterback on the bench. How do you not, how are you supposed to be this quarterback guru, and Urban Meyer and Ryan Day both? How are you guys supposed to be this good with quarterbacks, and you can't see what everybody else can see? So I guess it's better for everybody if Justin Fields just wins the job.
Tony, what you're saying is a little far fetched. I can't imagine a top 10 Ohio State team going to Iowa. Iowa will squeak out a win, maybe, but I couldn't see them in any way possibly blowing out Ohio State. That couldn't happen.
I would have never thought that as well, you know. And now it's only like I think Alabama is the only team that doesn't happen to anymore, I guess.